Okay, let's talk about this and how it is that naltrexone has been shown to help most people, myself included, to reduce their alcohol consumption over time. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to reference this very well-mined article which talks about how the Sinclair Method works for alcohol addiction recovery. The Sinclair Method is the protocol that involves taking the medication naltrexone before drinking. So it talks a little bit just how the basic protocol works. So it says that the Sinclair Method works by reducing the reinforcement that people get when they drink alcohol. One of the reasons why alcohol addiction happens is that people experience a rush of endorphins when they drink, and because drinking makes them feel good, they form an association between alcohol equaling pleasure. And naltrexone is effective because it blocks the pleasurable feelings people have when consuming alcohol. And because drinking is less rewarding and reinforcing, it becomes easier for people to limit their alcohol consumption and ultimately reduce their alcohol cravings as well. If someone uses naltrexone consistently whenever they drink, over time they can stop their excessive thoughts about alcohol and free themselves from the symptoms of their addiction. So, in the article, it outlines the basic protocol behind the Sinclair method. So, it works by taking the medication naltrexone an hour before drinking. Somebody consumes alcohol as usual. And then, while drinking, naltrexone is working to block the pleasurable feeling that you get from alcohol. And when that pleasure is blocked, a lot of people find that they end up drinking less. But I don't want to make it sound like there's no pleasure from drinking. That's what a lot of people say. They'll tell me, if you're not getting any pleasure from drinking, then what's the point? In my experience, naltrexone blunted or muted the pleasure, but I was still able to get pleasure from alcohol. It was just less pleasurable, so it allowed me to have more control when I was drinking. So following this protocol, it's a long-term protocol. We tell people in our program to give it a full year to expect full results. Following the protocol, people will continue to use naltrexone 100% of the time that they consume alcohol. And eventually, as people take the medication and they drink alcohol, a lot of people notice that drinking is less rewarding, and so people may drink less or stop altogether. And it goes on to say who the Sinclair method might be a good fit for. So it might be a good option for you if you are committed to making changes to your alcohol use behavior, that you have adequate social support. All of the research shows that this medicine works best when combined with some type of support that's helping you with alcohol reduction. You're willing to adhere to your doctor's instructions and take the medication every time you plan to consume alcohol. You don't have a seizure disorder, and you don't have liver disease. So I hope this helps you understand a bit more about how it is that the medication naltrexone following the Sinclair method can work over time to help most people reduce their alcohol consumption over time, whether their goal is to drink moderately or go alcohol free. If you want to learn more about this treatment, definitely check out my other videos or the link in my profile. As a success story of this treatment, it really did change not only my drinking but my life. I went on the treatment as a daily drinker with the intention to just reduce my drinking and become more of a moderate drinker, and I absolutely did that through this treatment. It was incredible, but I found that the longer I was on the protocol, the less and less I was drinking. And for me, after about a little more than a year on the treatment, I ended up quitting drinking sort of by accident because I just didn't enjoy it or didn't want to drink anymore. I just didn't have any urge or desire. And so I stopped drinking sort of by accident because I went 4 months without drinking and decided to go alcohol free at that point. But the great thing about this treatment is that you can choose your own goals. I would say most people who go on this treatment have a goal to drink in moderation, and that becomes totally possible with this treatment. And I actually run Thrive, where we have a private online program that is centered around this treatment. We help people go through the protocol and reduce their drinking. So if you're ready to get started, we would love to help you. Tap the link in my profile or visit thrivealcoholrecovery.com.